Hello everyone, my name is Luke. I'm a co-owner here at Run Havoc. Today we've got a special announcement. We've signed our first sponsored athlete. Here I'm sitting with Luke Hince, who is a local Illawarra runner who Run Havoc is proud to get behind. Luke, do you want to give yourself a bit of a background intro? Tell everyone kind of who you are, where you're from, and kind of like what you're training for at the moment?
Yeah, so my name is also Luke. Always grown up in Wollongong here, and I'm a middle to long distance runner. And I've started working at Run Havoc ever since we opened, and really excited for this partnership.
Awesome. So when we first opened the store, we wanted to do things a little bit different, and a sponsorship model was always on the cards. In the sport of running, there's not a lot of kind of financial, not a lot of money kind of getting around to athletes, unless you've got big sponsorships from big brands, but that's typically kind of like the cream of the crop. So I think there's a lot underneath that kind of top level athlete that doesn't get a lot of funding. And if you're someone like Luke or a serious athlete, you're putting hours and hours into your training. And we're lucky enough to actually have Luke work at the store as well, but a lot of people are working very hard full time, and there's not a lot of financial support there. So at Run Havoc, we wanted to kind of get behind these athletes to help them actually kind of pave some of that way. So Luke's been kind of working at the store for the last 4 months. And what were you doing before working at the store?
I was working as a telecommunications technician, like working pretty full on hours. So yeah, it's been a good change.
So you actually noticed like you're not working as much on your feed and all that kind of stuff, and potentially feeling a little bit fresher with your training too?
Yeah, 100%. Like not just more training volume, but just the recovery is so much better. It's just the stress levels are a lot lower, and yeah, it's just been really good.
It's cool. So how did you first, when did you first hear about Run Havoc, or how did you first kind of reach out to us? What was that process?
We were running with the Wollongong Track Club here. There was a few whispers that there was going to be like a run specialty store opening up. And then your other co-owner, Riley, put a message in our chat saying that they were needing some workers. So I just jumped on that and thought that'd be a great opportunity. So put my application in, and yeah.
Cool. And how long have you been running? So was that your main sport, or did you play soccer or something growing up, or what does that look like?
Oh, I've played a few other sports like AFL, but I've always been running with Kembla joggers as a young kid, but didn't really take it seriously till I was about 15, 16.
Yeah. And that was that kind of moment where you thought, actually, maybe this could be, was it something that you were just like loving, that you couldn't think about doing anything else? Or was it something where you were just like, actually, I could see myself actually having a bit of a future here in the sport, or what did that look like? Yeah,
well, essentially, I wasn't super good growing up, just a bit underdeveloped compared to my other sort of competitors. But then once I sort of saw a few results, and that the hard work I was putting in was resulting in these sort of faster times, it made me realize, I could go pretty far with this.
Cool, yeah. I love it. So let's dig a little bit into your training kind of right now, because I think a lot of people kind of want to know. So what's your kind of current level in terms of just some race times? And then maybe what does a rough kind of training week look like? And then without overloading you, how long has that training week been the standard? So, if you're running 150, 160 Ks at the moment, how long have you been doing that?
Yeah, so with the training, I've sort of, with my coach, my dad, he has sort of been really smart in building me up quite gradually just to reduce the amount of injuries I get. So yeah, at the moment, sort of a standard week is about 160 to 170 K a week. But yeah, probably been on that for 2 or 3 years now. But before that, it was 100K, 120, 130, and then where we're at now, and still looking to increase even more.
Yeah, so still looking to go higher than that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what are some rough kind of PBs or kind of race efforts this year, say?
Yeah, so this year I've achieved PBs in the 10K of 29.03, and then as of today, my 5K is 14.01, but I reckon under 14 pretty soon for that one.
Okay, cool. And then is it like a sky's the limit type of vibe, or do you have aspirations to achieve a certain number in the 10 or the 5, or? Yeah,
just sky's the limit, to be honest. You never know how good you're going to get. You just got to give it a good shot. I didn't think I'd get to these times I'm at today, but now that I'm at them, I'm not stopping anytime soon. I'm take it all the way, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then what does that look like in terms of the actual sport? So what's the ultimate goal for you in terms of is it the 5 or the 10, or is it the road or the cross country? Is it representing Australia, or what does that look like?
Well, yeah, to be honest, I think my true talent lies in the longer distances on the road. I haven't done a half or a full marathon yet, but I'm looking to step up into those distances next year, and I'd love to. Ultimate goal would be the Olympics in 2032 for the marathon.
Okay.
But yeah, at the moment, just trying to work on my shorter distances, like 5s, 10s, because you've got to get those pretty quick to compete with the standard that there is today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a good plan.
Cool. And that's like a general trend, right? You see a couple of like the older kind of 30, mid-30s kind of marathon runners, and a lot of them start kind of with the smaller distance and kind of build it right out. If you had to guess roughly where your kind of half would sit now, can you put a bit of a time on it, or?
Oh, I'd like to think I could run around 60-30 minutes for a half.
Yeah.
Obviously you don't know, but yeah, based off my 10K, I feel like that's where my strength lies.
Okay, cool. And then within your training at the moment, like what are some of your favorite sessions? Like what do you really look forward to? Is it the longer stuff or the real short kind of VO2-y stuff, or?
No, to be honest, it is I think I get a lot of satisfaction out of nailing like a really good VO2 sort of track session, or just sessions like 8 by a K, or just a hard long run, just anything which indicates I'm in great shape.
Okay.
But I enjoy the overall process the most, like just getting it done day in, day out, because it's never one day where you do get those results. It's just combining them all together.
The accumulation of everything.
100%, yeah.
And then what keeps you coming back? Is it those sessions where you can actually see yourself progressing, and it's like that the thing that kind of keeps you coming back, or you just love training and showing up, or obviously it's a bit of everything. But like for you, what would that main kind of driving force?
Yeah, just I think race results as well. Like especially if you, like for example, both of my PBs, like I said, like just over a certain minute, and it's just, you just want to come back and just really just call that underneath. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then let's maybe dive into, obviously we are a shoe store that sells footwear and apparel and accessories and that kind of stuff. So maybe we'll dive into some of the products that you're using at the moment without being like too salesy and putting the link in the description. Maybe we'll just choose like all-time pair of shoes, maybe all-time nutrition supplement, and then maybe all-time apparel. What would you give your favorite right now?
Yeah, well, for the shoes, I'd have to say the Dragonflies is a pair of spikes. I just think every time I strap those on my feet, it's just, yeah, I'm ready to go, and you can't really fault them. And then for nutrition, big thing with this shop is I never really used to fuel or take gels on long runs. I was a bit skeptical of that, but that has changed a lot for the better. I'm noticing my long runs have just improved so much more. I'm recovering better. So I'd have to say the Morton Gel 100s, definitely my favorite in that regard.
Yep.
And then the brand Bandit for accessories. I've got their socks and their singlets, and I didn't even know about the brand before we started here. So it's just really opened my eyes up to what running products are out there. I was pretty minimal before, but now I'm like, really taking in all these accessories.
Cool, I love it. And the bulk of the sport is putting some shoes on and actually running.
That's the love of it. It's the simplicity too, but it is nice that the sport's evolving. So you've got to keep up with it,
but I think especially with someone at your level, like the 1%ers are going to make, sometimes all the difference.
100%.
Which is really cool. So in terms of your kind of calendar and what's coming up for you, you're heading into this is more of a track kind of, I think most of our audience and people watching probably not too familiar with the kind of track season, but we're in track season now.
Yeah, it's essentially kicking off,
Yep. So you've got a couple of races lined up over the next kind of 3 or 4 months. What does that roughly look like?
So this weekend I've got the Gong 5000, which is like a road 5K.
Yep.
I think that'd just be great. I'm coming back from injury actually, so it'd be a good way to blow the cobwebs out, see where I'm at. And then after that, I've got having a crack at the World Cross Country Trials down in Canberra.
Yep.
Where they'll select the team to go over to the USA next year. So just once again, stick my nose in that, see how high we can get up. And then the main race will be in December. I've got the Zatopek 10, which is the Australian 10,000 metre championships. Once again, just trying to fend my way against the best in Australia.
Okay, cool. How exciting. It's a busy calendar.
Yeah, I've just got to keep myself in one piece and hopefully it'll go all right.
Yeah. And then even just like a side note, like on your training, does the mileage stay that high all through the season, or do you have kind of like undulating periods, or?
No, I've got a basic standard week, like 160K, 170, but I just, whenever I've got a race, I like to freshen up quite a bit and taper quite a lot.
Okay.
I think that's very important.
Cool. Yeah, 100%. So that's kind of like giving us a good background into kind of Luke and his current training at the moment, what he's got coming up. Run Havoc is very excited to support that journey, and we can't wait to see what some of endorsing Luke with some products and some financial support to get him to some more races. Continue to follow us. We'll be kind of outlining some of Luke's journey and his races and his processes. And as I said, we're very excited that Luke's our first sponsored athlete. There'll be plenty more of these to come. So I'll catch you on the next one.